August 16th will, of course, be UFC 319, as Dricus du Plessis is looking to defend his middleweight title for the third time against the undefeated monster Khamzat Chimaev. Now, of course, this has sparked a lot of debate online. Obviously, a lot of the goofiness of the way DDP fights and Khamzat Chimaev usually never being there during big events. So it'll make a very interesting matchup. But besides that, the co-main event is the undefeated Leon Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Very good fight. People believe Pico's going to dominate. For what reason? I don't know. But besides that, we also have a bunch of other things on the undercard, which we'll go by very quickly, as we'll only be talking about the main event. Jared Cannonier looking to defend his spot in middleweight against the former welterweight Michael Venom Page. Not that hard to find out who's going to win. It's going to be Jared Cannonier by third round stoppage. Michael Venom Page gassed out badly against his last fight against Shara Bullet. He has great range. He knows how to keep the range. He knows how to pop in and out, use good movement. But in this higher weight class, he seems to gas out relatively quickly. And I believe, although at a much older 40 years old, Jared Cannonier will use his experience and his power to outlast and stop Michael Venom Page. And of course, you have the battle of the welterweights, Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Prates, of course, is coming off of his loss to Ian Gary, who he nearly stopped in the very last round. Now, of course, almost stopping and winning are two different things. He was basically dominated the entire fight. Jeff Neal was set to fight Prates before, but of course, Jeff Neal couldn't, so that's why Ian Gary stepped in. Winner, give me Carlos Prates by second round stoppage victory. Leon Murphy versus Aaron Pico. I have no idea who these guys are. I am sorry. But I'm picking Murphy. Why? I don't know. You guys fight it out in the comments. I'm not. But besides that, the main event of the evening, Khamzat Chimaev is looking to become a world champion and keep his undefeated record against the champion DDP. Now, of course, Khamzat Chimaev, nicknamed Boars, he's 14-0 with 6 wins by way of knockout, 6 submission wins, and only 2 decisions. That's right, he's only been decision twice. One of them was against the former welterweight world champion, who he fought on short notice in middleweight, Kamaru Usman, which he won by majority decision. Many people believe Usman could have pulled it off. Many people believe that if Usman didn't fight him in late replacement, nor at a higher weight class, he would have won. But besides that, that's a lot of what ifs. The other time was against the welterweight Gilbert Burns by unanimous decision back in welterweight. Now, of course, obviously, since his fight with Nate Diaz was canceled, obviously he could not make welterweight anymore, so he moved up to middleweight, having 2 fights, obviously being against Kamaru Usman and Robert Whittaker, stopping Robert Whittaker in the first round, which is crazy. But besides that, he has not only amazing wrestling, but he has power in his punches. Now, of course, his punches are, not the most technical strikes, but Khamzat Chimaev has never gone more than 3 rounds. Even against Gilbert Burns, it was only 3 rounds. And even then, he was gassed out badly in both fights. Obviously, Khamzat Chimaev, although has a huge stoppage percentage, obviously everyone knows that he gasses out relatively quickly. So many people believe that if DDP can survive the first or even second round, it will be an easy fight for DDP. Now, of course, it's not that easy because you have to survive, 10 minutes, right? But besides that, the champion. Now, of course, DDP is 23-2 with 9 wins by way of knockout, 11 submission wins, and only 3 decisions. That's right, both of them have not gone to decision in a long time, obviously. Matter of fact, we'll talk about that later. 2 losses, 1 by KO and 1 by submission. So obviously he has also never seen the end, even in his losses. Now, of course, 2 out of his 3 decision wins obviously came against Sean Strickland. The first fight, which was very close, split decision for a reason. And the second one, not so much. He has stopped everyone, including a common opponent in Robert Whittaker. Khamzat Chimaev stopped him in the first round. DDP stopped him in the second. The last time he went the decision, besides the Sean Strickland fight, was back in UFC 276 against Brad Tavares. So he has not gone to decision in quite a bit of time, besides the Sean Strickland fights. Now, of course, the main thing is, of course, DDP, although gifted athletically, has a lot of holes in his game. Obviously, the whole joke is that DDP can win even when he's doing everything wrong. Like, that's the whole joke. But he has, obviously, skill. You know, one time is a coincidence or something like that, right? But if he wins a lot of the time just the way he does, he's just good. It's just his way of fighting, right? But the difference is, can DDP survive the first round? That's the biggest question. Not who has the better striking, not who has the better athleticism, stamina, or any of that. It's, can he survive the first round? This is where it gets tricky. DDP can wrestle. He has a good amount of submission wins. He can wrestle. Defensive wrestling, not so much. He's good, not great. But another thing is the fact that strength-wise, Hamza Chimaev will finally be fighting someone kind of his size. That being against the weirdly strong DDP. But will that be enough to survive 5 minutes? No. I'm going to say it right here. No. I think Hamza Chimaev submits DDP in the first round. I think everyone kind of sees it. Everyone's joking about how DDP is going to win. He's going to win by falling anvil or something dumb like that. But genuinely speaking, if I were to put money on it, I would put money on Hamza Chimaev by submission. Would I put a specific round? No. But I would say it's the first round. DDP is fighting someone who has overpowered everyone. Everyone. Robert Whittaker, Gilbert Burns. Now, of course, Gilbert Burns was able to kind of survive being submitted due to his amazing jiu-jitsu skills, which DDP doesn't have. Kamaru Usman is an amazing wrestler. Loads of experience and talent and all the other things. Even in a late replacement fight, Kamaru Usman is still dangerous. DDP does not have that. All he has in his advantage is his strength. But without the technique and without the defense, he will succumb to Chimaev's, pressure. And here's the thing. They like to say his camp is like, oh, Hamza Chimaev is one-dimensional. We'll be able to take him apart. It doesn't matter if it's only one dimension. If you can't defend it, it's over. If you can't defend that one dimension, it's over. And I don't think he can. DDP is strong. He has some wrestling ability. But to say that he'll be able to outlast Chimaev is not good. No, I don't think so. It's not going to work. I'm going to be real with you. Hamza Chimaev submitting him in the first round. And the real only person that probably gives him a run for his money is no one at this point. No one. Maybe Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, but he needs a lot more experience, right? But besides that, yeah, I have Hamza Chimaev submitting DDP in the first round. I don't think it's a controversial statement, but yeah. Who do you guys think is winning this fight? Leave it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Other than that, hope to catch you in the next one.